starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, we'll go. Well, hello. Hopefully, I didn't gross anybody out with my lovely picture, my thumbnail tonight. I went to start to help my son yesterday, about 10 minutes after the live. I was outside by my raised garden, and all of a sudden, I tripped over something that was on the ground, and there was about an inch long piece of metal. Into my leg it went. And of course, did I stay still? No, I ripped. So, well, needless to say, if I had no, if I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Anyways, I have ripped the calf, or not calf, but shin of my leg. And I tell you what, the deck out back, it's got a lovely, it's went from green to red. Oh, did I do a good paint job? I told Kyle I was testing his military. Uh, how good his military stuff was. Anyways, he patched up old dad. Needless to say, I went through 2 abdominal, whatever you call them, band aids. And I've got a 6x6 on there right now, lengthways. And I'm holding it together with MeFix. Ooh-wee. I said some nasty words. And oh, look at that. We got ourselves a whole bunch of folks. We got Troy. Troy made it in first. Good job, Troy. We got Cynthia. She made it all the way from the Netherlands. Second. And Virginia Alexander. Cruising's fun anytime. Yeah, you darn tootin' it is. I've got a couple emails from folks that have already booked another cruise. They're headed to the Caribbean this winter. They kind of got the bug in Alaska, and they were not angry, but they said some not nice words about Jesse and I and how we got them addicted. Sorry. Not sorry. Anyways, I know the feeling. I've got my notebook of fun right there. I was doing some of our. It's the farthest that I've ever had to go for a cruise, and I don't mean in the air because that takes the cake. Sorry, I'm watching the Seattle and Toronto game here right now, and Toronto's up 2-1. Ooh, go Blue Jays! Um, Very good ball game so far, and not just because Toronto's winning. It's been a good back and forth ball game. What do we got? We got Jesse. We got Jesse. Hey, Jesse. We got Brenda. Freedom Redbird. Bud Files. I'm gonna have to say it's Susan. Hats on a mission. Darn tootin'. I was wearing a hat yesterday, but don't think I got it dirty. Although I did do a lot of cussing. So I may have to go visit Tony on Sunday and say some. Whew. Tell you what, I let off a lot of steam. And a lot more than just steam I let off. There's Angie. And Shaggy Girl. Hey, hey, hey. And so Angie, when does Tony go in? Next week? Or is it just coming up soon? Goodness gracious. Something about Oklahoma and folks going in operations. Because I believe, no, Terry's in 2 weeks. They finally got that all sorted out. And now I knew Tony was, we had chatted on the ship that he was, okay, it's a month away. Yeah. I do believe, well, Big Mike had his whatever replacement not that long ago. And now Terry's going in for her operation on the 3rd, I believe. Now Tony's on the 20th. Goodness gracious. I think we're all falling apart. And of course, friends of mine are like, you gotta go to the hospital. Why? It's only a little bobo, a boo boo. Call it what you want, but it's sore. And what they don't understand is I'm dealing with my lovely wife. I'm going to get her fixed up first. So she that's it, Angie. We all got to go in a nursing home. You know, some of the oldest individuals in our tribe are the healthiest. The younger ones, oh, pardon me, the younger ones, well, maybe we're not so healthy. Actually, I'm healthy. I'm just holy. And if I would have just penetrated my leg and stayed still, it would have been one thing. But you know, whenever you penetrate your leg and you go, ow! And it goes, Mother Mary Joseph. Yeah. We'll just go with that's the words I used. But other than that, it's getting getting excited. We had to book our meals, our specialty dining for our Caribbean cruise. Um, three three new ports of call that we've never been to. Unfortunately, there's one repeat. There's nothing I can do about it. So I was hoping there was going to be a rocket liftoff of some kind while we were at Cape Canaveral. And there's not. Not unless there's going to be one last minute. But as of right now, their schedule, there's no liftoff. So, other than that, it's very exciting. One of our tribe that was with us in Alaska are heading to Bahamas. I forget where all she said they were headed off to, but they're taking their kids. Lillian, I let Debbie know that you possibly could be making the venture up to Cape Canaveral for dinner or whatever, and she was very excited. She said that would be amazing. So, yeah, no pressure, you know. Um, I know it's not around the corner for you to get up there, so um, yeah, Debbie, Wendy made supper tonight because my lovely spent most of the day in the hospital, and I went to the scrapyard because we were cleaning up. There was some metal in the backyard. There was some metal in the side yard. So, needless to say, yeah. Hey, Miss Ann. Oh, Miss Ann, my heart grew 3 sizes watching Worth's birthday party. It looked like he was having so much fun. And it looked, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump. Yeah. Okay, Lillian. You kind of told us in and around where you live. Uh, you jump quite far, then. We'll put it that way. Now, Mr. Jim is a hop, skip, and a jump, and maybe another hop. Um, because I have to fly into Orlando, and Orlando to Cape Canaveral's an hour. So you haven't seen my driving. Well, okay. If that's your driving, I don't know if I want to see it. Now, I've seen Jesse's driving. Ooh-wee. There's a reason why Miss Lisa gives him a tongue lashing every now and again. Um, so yeah, it. I'll hit you up with the dates. Um, yeah, we fly in. Well, we'll probably won't even get to the hotel till 11 o'clock Friday night. So we have all day Saturday night. Sunday we board. Um, and I'm quite excited. I've wanted to actually go on this ship since it was new. And I think it's 2 years old. I think it's a 2023 ship. Um, it looks amazing. Um, and then whenever we get back, we'll be getting off early, and depending on Mr. Jim's schedule, and if it's closer for you down near Orlando, we could always wait and go out that Sunday, Monday, because we don't fly out until Tuesday. So, but I know you probably work. So, hey, Tony. And I thought I was full of poo emojis. Scott has me beat. What you talking about? I don't think so. I sent you a good Instagram. Actually, I think I sent you two today that would suffice. Um, I'm just trying to. Yeah, so we can decide. We're pretty easy going. I think what I tried to do, she caught me, is 30 years ago for our wedding anniversary, we spent our honeymoon at Disney World. So I tried to trick her with 2 days at Disney World. She caught me. Got her, oops, is all I can say. Um, and their prices are nuts right now. Even with the 25% discount that they're allotting Canadians to travel, it's still, it would have cost us just about $1,000 for 2 nights. One day in the park, and 2 nights with two suppers would have almost been $1,000. So I kind of went, no. Kind of frugal. Not whenever, I look back, her and I went for 8, 9, no, 8 days. 8 days, or 8 nights, 9 days. And it was like $2,500. Meals included, park hopper, blah, blah, blah. Now, that was 30 years ago. And then you have, we took the kids in 2011, and we flew out of Syracuse into Orlando, stayed on site for the 5 of us, park hoppers, everything, meals, the whole shooting match. And again, we only paid, gonna say $6,000. for 5 people for 10 days. Mind you, I got a discount then also. And that's whenever our dollar was worth more than your dollar. So it was okay doing that. Jesse, you're going to get yourself in trouble. I know you're used to it. Yeah, okay. Little miss, I'm a day behind. My sister liked the hole in my leg. She thought it was pretty cool. Now, this is what she said she's going to buy me for Christmas. If I can find it, I'll find it. Oh, there it is. Now, I think it's rude. But she's going to get me my very own bubble. I'll have that popped in no time. Yeah, I know. Oh, boy. Good, Miss Ann. You go get them. Just make sure you take a video. Got to say, that's a close ball game. 2-1 in the fourth. And the ooh, now the pitcher's starting to get a little crazy with his pitches. Just tried to take out Toronto's pitcher. In 73, the cost for a family of 5, the Polynesian. We looked at the Polynesian whenever. So 73, Virginia, was the year I was born. We looked at the Polynesian whenever we took the kids down in. Oh, that would have been, was it 2010 or no, it was 2011. We took the kids down. And it was, the Polynesian was one of the ones that we looked at. Debbie's always wanted to go to the safari ones so you could sit out in the balcony and see all the, the giraffes. And guess what? It's ripped apart. So if I'm going to spend, 100 and I think it was $137 a night or something. If I'm going to spend that kind of money, I want where she wants to be. I'm not going to take a secondary hotel that, they said, oh, well, we can set you up with a camping. And I'm like, oh, no, you don't know us. I'm okay to camp. My wife, she don't camp. She's city girl. The Polynesian, it was 139 back in 2011 whenever we looked at it. I never did look at it this time. It was the African safari rooms that overlook the safari. Yeah, they're quite costly, but it I'm not going to pay that kind of money and not see any animals. Number one, she'd kill me for doing it. That's about as bad as staying. And you could stay in the DC area for cheaper. I love it. Oh, I've been checking it out, Glenda. And yeah, it could be $10. I'm not going to stay there if she can't see the animals, because that's what she wants. Is she wants the giraffe to come up and put its head up into the balcony and feed it. And you know I'm okay with, now it's 620 minus 25% off right now for Canadian travelers. So you're 440, 450, something like that. Oh, Disney is proud of their properties, but they're gone bloody nuts. Like, it is ridiculous, the prices. But again, they announced this week cruising going up 2026. They're outpricing themselves. People are not going to pay that kind of money to go on a cruise. And, you know, like, we're done. We're done until the prices come down. That's us. But, you know, like, we're getting to a point in our life where if we want to go on a cruise, we can go on a cruise. But I got to get myself one hell of a deal. And that's the only reason we're going again, is they offered me, because we flip over to silver. We flip over to silver. We get perks. And because we've sailed so many times with NCL, and we always play in the casino. Um, so between, I guess, dropping what we do in the casino, but I figured it out, and I dropped 500 plus my winnings would have been, I guess it would have been pretty close to 1,000, because Debbie hit a couple as well. But we hit more on Carnival. So Carnival calls me this week. Have we got a deal for you? And I said, you do? Yep. Free cruise. I'm like, sign us up. Well, you got to go in 2 weeks. I'm like, no, Sorry. So there was one ship, 3 days, and you got to travel in November. And I said to our guy with Carnival, I said, why do you not offer the same deal as everybody else? What do you mean? I said, well, I was just offered it wasn't a free cruise with NCL, but they called it a, help me out here, Glenda. Wasn't a free cruise, complimentary. So we still had to pay all the port taxes and blah, 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 blah. But it was a heck of a lot cheaper than, say, a normal cruise. uh, this guy goes, well, yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, I said, how much is it? I'll talk to Debbie. So I said, you said it's a free cruise with free booze in the casino. Yep. I said, okay, what do I have? Oh, it's going to be $2,000 a piece. I said, what happened to free? Oh, well, that's the deal we're offering. I'm like, thanks, anyways. Something I got, something got mixed up in the. So they only offered 3 cruises at the very cheap rate. So because we were going to book in June, so he tells me that June is the high time for cruising. And I said, pardon? I said, I've never heard of anybody going cruising in June. They go September till heart of hurricane season and then start January 1st until the end of May. Nope. Canada, Ontario is where we are from. And we found a tremendous hey Xander, how you doing, chum? Maybe, yeah, see, that's what he told us. But up here, we're going to the Caribbean in the winter. And every time we've went on a cruise, it's full. But yeah. Hey Xander. So yeah, we're from Ontario. Um, we have found a whereabouts are you cruising on the high seas? Whereabouts are you in Canada? West Coast, East Coast, Central? We're just north of Ottawa in Ontario. Anyways, we found an amazing, it's not a, they're not calling it a discount airline. It's the same guy that brought WestJet to Canada, JetBlue to the US. Uh, he's a partner in Frontier. Anyways, this guy's brilliant. Uh, oh God, you're just on the other side, so you're around London, St. Catharines area. Caribbean season, yeah, yeah. That's what I always thought, Jess. Eh, yeah, Mediterranean. Oh, okay. Now I got who you are. So I believe they go out of Buffalo as well. It's called Breeze Airlines. I tell you what, no more Canadian prices. Everybody's crossing over. I fly out of Ogdensburg. I think that might be Rochester, Buffalo. I forget. You'd have to look. But I can fly from here to Dallas, two people first class under $1,000. Um, Debbie and I booked two of us out of Ogdensburg, where my P.O. box is, literally 3 blocks down the road from my P.O. box. Um, Direct to Orlando, first class. Um, we're allowed 12 bags or something, two check bags each. Plus, oh yeah, it keeps going and going and going, and it was just over $800. So I'm like, I'll be going. It honestly takes me, the Ottawa airport is 15 minutes closer to me than Ogdensburg. Also, I had looked and it was going to cost us $2,400 to fly, and I'm talking Canadian prices here. We we were going to fly um, Porter Airlines, and it was 24 and some change. And then I found this Breeze Airlines out of Ogdensburg. They're $1,232 Canadian. So we're saving well over $1,000 just jumping across the border. And they direct to they're direct to Ogden or Orlando. Um, Early 2026, they're adding Fort Lauderdale. Um, so I guess the U.S. government is giving subsidies to um, small town planes. And this is how he makes his money. He opens up airlines and flies from small individual areas. Like these guys, they're all up, um, well, from here east on the US side, Vermont, Connecticut, Massachusetts, New York, New Jersey, South Carolina, North Carolina. Um, I think St. Peter's is one of them. So, and they get subsidies for going to these small airports to service small airports. Um, a lot of these big airplanes don't want to do it. They're ETXs or XT. I forget the thing of them. But anyways, there has to be an international airport because of the length of the runway. They brand new, most their oldest plane is 4.5 years. They've just ordered 55 new planes. They're Airbuses. Uh, are they Airbus 200 300 or 300 200? I don't know the name of them. Anyways, they're a 3-2 configuration. First class is 2-2. Extra leg room. I like it. Yeah, yeah, exactly. The room at the max. Um, I've complained that they sent us. Everybody would have got a what do you call it? Like a breakdown of what you thought their room was. And I just said, I, not that I'll ever go back to Seattle, but sure as heck I'll never go back to the max. Um, we did not enjoy. Now the bed was comfortable. We had a fairly large room, but it for they said it was only a 1 block away from the port. Maybe a country block, but that ain't no city block because whenever Glenda, Sir Grace, and Lillian and Debbie and I went to um, the Pike, we were at least 8 blocks away. So looked into airfare to DC. It's 2 times more expensive than last year. Yes. Oh, check. They do fly out of there, Glenda. Double check. If I'm not mistaken, they fly into DC. Hey, Lukey. What's going on, Lucas? I thought you fell off the face of. I thought you fell into the river or something. Haven't seen you in around a dog's age. No, I haven't seen you since we got back from our trip. Not even where you work. Only certain flights to DCA. Okay. Gotcha. But um I'm gonna have to say I don't mind. Oh, you're only working Fridays now. Okay. I thought you were Thursday, Friday. What's that, hon? Oh, you know who just corrected me. He must have heard you. He said, "Yep." Huh? Sure. Thanks, hon. Ooh, wait. If you were here, Lucas, you know who might have made you some popcorn. That's all I can smell in the house now is popcorn. uh, I thought you found that gown. I thought you. we're going to use the same gallon as you had brought on the ship. No, Lukey knows who I'm talking about. I have one of my daughters that are addicted to popcorn. Lukey knows who it is. Don't say it, Luke. No. She is home now, though. Glenda. So 7 days of IV antibiotics. And that's right from the surgeon. And she can only have clear. I will. She can only have clear fluids. So she's off until next Friday. So let me say she's going to be very, very, very cranky by next Friday. I told her I'd make her some bone broth and all that stuff. And all I got was a grrr. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. You're going to have to walk over and get it, Loki. And whenever you're here, you can take Hank for a walk. Because he's not been good either. He, yeah, well, you know what we got to do with them, Glenda? We're going to have to get rid of them. Instead of getting a rubber or getting a ball for me, I do believe we need to get them both a ball. Mm-mm-mm. This has been a long time since I've had popcorn. And of course, her mother likes popcorn. So if she comes out of her room, that's all she's going to smell is a house full of popcorn. But yes, keep her in your prayers. She's not having fun. Let's just put it this way, she's not having. I told her that whenever Debbie hit 40, I told her I was going to trade her in on 220s. She laughed at me. Oh, Glenda, look what I got. I got my duck or my Highland cows. Just give me a sec. I've got to pick this up because if not, whenever I get up in the morning, it's going to be eaten by the hamster. There we go. You got cow ducks. I did. Mine glow. It's hilarious. Freaked Debbie out the other night. She couldn't eat, or she couldn't sleep. She came out to my recliner, turned off the light. Hey, Kev. What's up, brother? Kevin, we're passing in the night, man. Well, we went in a month and a half where we weren't subscribed anymore. So shoot me an Instagram message or text me whenever you're going live. I'll make sure I'm there. You start basketball this week, don't you, Luke? Oh, Kevin, it's it's a joke. And I mean that in the most Christian way possible. Keep me posted, Lukey, when well, I know when you're I know when your tournament is here. But you never know. I might be able to. There you go. She screwed up. She had them hidden. I figured out where her hiding spot is now. Considering I bought them. G'day, Krabby. Krabby the Beagle. And Glenda, you did not have to do that. I will give you a whole bag of popcorn for $1. Just saying. I gotta say, this is the Kirkland brand. It's probably the best. Um, I'm gonna have to say it's the closest to movie theater popcorn. Mom and Aunt Lynn make it home. They did? Good. Oh, um, 2-2. I gotta say, it's a good ball game. We Debbie'd rather watch paint dry than to go see a ball game. Now, I would have went to see the Mariners play, and they were playing whenever we were there. But, what do you do? They almost burnt down the rental house. Oh, man. I was gonna. Why? Why am I not seeing any of this? Okay, I'm now just seeing this. So, thank you guys for the members. It truly helps, and of course, Jesse is the number one. You guys are close. You guys are close. But nobody can be Santa Claus. Mm-mm. Just saying. What are you talking about? I've been so sick recently. You want silence? Here, I'll show you what was silence yesterday. I won't. I wouldn't do it to you. I did it to my sister. Now, kids, don't, but don't. And if you have a squeamish stomach, turn your head. If you get a piece of metal injected in your thigh about an inch long, don't pull your leg because it will rip it. There we go. I'm all bandaged up. I gotta say, it did heal fairly quickly. That's what my leg looks like, Lukey. I painted the deck a little bit of red. Kyle fixed me all up. Oh, Miss Ann, I'm going to need more than a plastic bubble for that. I said, holy moly, heaven. Yeah, there might have been some extra cuss words go with that. Yeah. I still don't know how I did. I ripped it this way like a C and straight down. Hey, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. Uh, What you talking about, Lukey? Excuse me. That's it, Xander. That's one heck of a question mark, buddy. I am talented. Hmm. All my wife said is whenever I showed her, she was like, How? How did you do that? I had Kyle did Kyle did awesome. He cleaned me all up. He like got everything. Like I said, I bled through 2 abdominal pads. Hey, gotta do what you gotta do. So, needless to say, Jesse, you got your quiet yesterday afternoon whenever I went and laid down and elevated my leg to try to get the liquid from pouring out. Hey, my leg, for some reason, it went red whenever I was in the plane. I don't know if it's the atmospheric pressure. I'm not sure, but I was using Miss Ann's magnesium cream and it seemed to be clearing it up. Hoo-wee! Miss Ann, if you want to drain your leg, use the magnesium cream and take an inch long piece of metal and rip it up the front of your leg. It works. Just saying. Oh, I was supposed to take my pill an hour ago. Stand by. Oh, I'll tell you what, the magnesium cream, trust me, I don't know how I didn't have to go get stitches. And that I'm just being 100% honest. I should have had to go get stitches. But it it dried it up. So, yeah. I think I'm going to put I know what's wrong with her. I saw you had to put her in the bath. Has she got a poopy bum again? Let her use the bidet. Yes, I saw that. put a little bit of Epsom salt in the tank of your. Hey, Christian, nice to see you, brother. I haven't seen you in a while. Um, put a whole bunch of Epsom salt in the back of your bidet and let her use it, and then she'll feel much better. Don't be a meanie pants. But I don't know. I know Miss Ann, or Miss Ann. Miss Ann on the brain. Um, Miss Brenda doesn't go live on Fridays anymore. She goes live on Saturdays. Um, I'm actually quite surprised she stays in that little contraption you have, because you only have a pillow that hold or towel that holds her in there. I do, Miss Ann. I watched. I watched our Choir of Man. Um, and you guys were just sitting kitty corner. She loves it. She fell asleep. Goodness gracious. So, because I've been held up, I really can't do a whole lot right now. Um, so I did the video. It didn't transfer over the whole thing, but I don't know. It must have been I hit the wrong button. Um, we have a we have a what, 2 weeks ago I said there was a fundraiser that I had to be at first thing in the morning. So that video is going to come out tomorrow morning. It's quite neat. It was a fundraiser for the food bank. Um, I know it's local to here, but oh, and the next time you'll see me, gone. I'm going to go tomorrow morning and get a fur cut. But, oh, she's got bumblefoot again. Oh, man. Anyways, I put a total out, but after you hear the explanation, yes, it was for the so our tour de Putin. Um, we have a local fry truck who donates all the poutine. Um, and so long as I donated, I don't know, I forget, $40 plus I bought my poutine. So I also gave back to the people that donated their poutine, but they go on a bike ride. It's 20, 30, in between 15 and 18 miles through the township. It was a beautiful day. And Kyle and I were in the chase truck at the back. Kyle was driving. I was just videoing folks. And we raised quite a bit of money. So the gentleman, actually, I forgot to put his name in there. I'll have to do that tonight. Um, he, I'm trying to think. This is year 10, because he did it the first year I was elected, and I'm going into year 10. So it's 9 or 10. So we raised quite a bit of money for the food bank. And if anybody wants to donate, use my PayPal. I really don't want to donate to the um, to YouTube, so they take $40 or 40%. They're millionaires. The folks that we're trying to feed, and I mean these girls at the food bank, they turn pennies into dollars with discounts. And just after, like, we just finished our Thanksgiving weekend last weekend. The local food banks, or the local um, metro, and the grocery stores. Whoa, English is hard tonight on a Friday. Um, they give them turkeys, pennies on the dollar, and then they put them in the freezer for Christmas. So that's one thing I can say. To my knowledge, I have not heard of a family go without a turkey or a large ham. They try to give them both at Christmas. So, Debbie and I normally do a special donation at Christmas time. So, if anybody feels it in their heart, and trust me, I get it, guys. It's rough times for everyone right now. So I'm expecting nothing, and I'll rejoice at something. So, yeah, Debbie usually drops quite a bit of money at work, and they adopt a family, at least one, sometimes even three, four families a year. Whenever they adopt a family, that comes with Christmas trimmings, all the Christmas turkey, ham, potatoes, sweet potatoes, the whole shooting match. Turn up, you name it. Usually some kind of green broccoli. Um, yeah, and I back a long time ago we had to use one of them. Now we were fortunate we didn't have kids, so we've given back for, well, 28 years, and I'm sure that many of us can say that either through family or whatever, we've been blessed. And you know, I can still remember whenever our oldest was small, trying to figure out how the heck we were gonna buy her diapers. And in today's world, I would not want to be bringing in a beautiful baby into this world right now. You know, it's it's almost like a lifelong commitment. And well, obviously kids are, but you know what I mean. And somebody's gonna be a Gigi again. I get to be an internet uncle again. Yay! Because my kids don't know how to do it yet. I told them the birds and the bees. They just haven't figured it out yet. Oh boy. Good grief, we qualified for food stamps. Yeah. you know, yeah, don't even get me going, Glenda. You know, the reason why we can celebrate these different things and the people that were fighting for our lives and to keep our society the same had to go off food stamps makes me sick. And it's not only, it's both countries. Same thing up here. It's very fortunate now, and I'm very blessed that my son is soon to become an active, full fledged active member, knowing full well that they're the second highest paid military in the world right now. You know, um, there's been many a year that I've seen military of both sides with rip combats, holes in their boots. And trust me, your soldiers come up here to learn cold winter sacrificing and whatever, how to survive in the wilderness with 3 feet of snow. It's our military that's on the leading edge. And I've got nothing else that I'm more proud of to say that Actually, you're within 2 months. There's going to be a convoy coming up from, well, they usually start about South Carolina and then Fort Drum is where they gather, and then they come north. And it's amazing to hear, to see the comrade, just anyways, I get choked up. And 6 weeks, my son goes into, he's already done basic and all that, but he goes into specialized training where he's going to be, and then he's going to be fairly close to his internet aunt. And then I think, oh, I don't know if they changed the name of it or not, but the one down in Texas off of I-35. They're doing a tour down there. At least that's the plan. But you know what, Glenda? If our two countries didn't work together, we'd have nothing. Nothing. You know, it it is what it is, and it. I know that he'll be close to somebody that, if I was to pick up the phone, she'd go and kick his ass. And he don't have to let her on the garrison. She knows how to get on it. But it, yeah. So, from what I understand, they're going to do a tour down there. Then they're going to do a couple tours up here. Trenton, Pat. I don't know if they're going to do Newfoundland or not. But yeah, he can run, but he cannot hide. Hey, if we have to make a phone call to Jesse, where do you hide there? In case Jesse knows a few spots that you don't. We'll find them. But, anyways, folks, I hope you all have a magnificent weekend. Don't forget, you got Glenda tomorrow night, 4:45, and should just be doing her normal old lazy old Saturday. And then, of course, you got Mr. Jesse and Miss Lisa, the two laziest people on YouTube. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they're going to give something away. I just got a feeling. If you want to sing that song, you go right ahead. But I got a feeling that something's going to be given away. I don't know. Oh my God, I yelled. Out there's lazy people on the ship. Oh, man. See, I'm always right. Mr. Lazy, he likes to think that he's Mr. Rough and Tough. Ah, not Mr. Lazy. You poke. Poke. Yeah, okay, buddy. Don't make me. Put. All I gotta do is call Miss Lisa and say, Miss Lisa, you gotta put your foot down. And you gotta put Mr. Lazy in his place. Just saying. There. I just said something else. That's correct. Anyways, guys, you have a fabulous evening. Don't forget Glenda tomorrow night, Jesse and Lisa right after. And my goodness, get ready because I heard today. I hope they're lying. I really hope they're lying. Hey, Miss Wendy. But I heard we're getting cold. Not so much us, but to the south. You guys are gonna get some cold. I don't want to see it. I don't want. Nuh-uh. I want you guys to have a white Christmas this year. I'll sacrifice and take 80-degree weather at Christmas. Now, if my wife would have heard that, I'm going to get a thumping. But again, I was trying to be. Friends of mine I watch every morning. One of the cruising channels. They were saying that there's supposed to be a change on the east. I don't know. So I'm not sure how the weather's going to change. I just heard that it's supposed to get a little cooler. And I don't like cool. But I like the way you think. Well, dude, hey, we'll sacrifice. We'll give them the snow and we'll take the 80, 90-degree weather. We're only going to sacrifice for them. That's what I'm thinking. But, anyways, guys, take care. God bless. And go book yourself a cruise.